Today's topic, reproduction in organisms. Whether we are taking the reproduction process, reproduction. So how can we define that the reproduction means? It is a biological process in organism in which the organisms are able to produce their similar offsprings. Here it is a biological process. So in this biological process, what the organisms they are doing means the organisms are producing the same offsprings. They are producing the same type of the offsprings are producing to continue their species or to continue their population on the surface of the earth we are taking. So actually any organism you are taking means they are trying to organisms you are taking means organisms are they are trying to continue population. They are trying to continue the population we are taking. So to maintain their population, a biological process they are conducting throughout their lifetime, that is nothing but as a reproduction process only. So in this reproduction process we are taking means what it is happened the reproduction process means. So once the offsprings whatever they are produces, offsprings. So offsprings are nothing but as a their next generation only. The offsprings they are produced, they are growing and maturating. So these are maturating. Growth is occurs and then the maturating. Again they are recycled. So recycle the process again. So whatever it is a reproductive process is there. So once the offsprings are produces, they are growing and they are reaches into the maturation state. This reproduction process again recycled to maintain into the population, to maintain the life in on the surface of the earth, their population to maintain. So the process is recycling in the number of times we are taking means. So generally this is called as a reproduction process we are taking. In the organism, what is the basic aim of the reproduction we are taking means organisms why they are reproducing, why these are following in this process. The aim of the reproduction we are taking means aim of reproduction we are taking means first one is the continuity. First one is the continuity. The organisms to continue their population. So for example, species are continued on earth by reproduction only. We are taking by reproduction process only the organisms are continue their species. Continuity, to get the continuity of these organisms on the surface of the earth, generally they follows into the reproduction process. This is the one of the major aim of the reproduction in the organisms we are taking. Second one is the variation. So through the reproduction process only variations are occurs. Variation is occurs in the organisms through the reproductive process only. Through the reproductive process only. And existence of life. So the third aim is existence of the life. On earth surface we are taking means life is existed for longer duration. So by a process of reproduction only. These are the major aims of the reproduction process we are. So one is the continuity, variations are forming, and the existence of the life on the earth surface. These are the three basic aims of the reproduction process we are taking. And organisms in this reproduction process, how it is conducted. So based on the process, conductivity and the participation of the organisms, the reproduction in the organisms we are differentiating the two types. Organism reproduction we are taking means these are the two types of the reproductions they are carried out into the organism, from the simple single cellular organism to a multicellular organisms we are taking. What are those two types means? One is a asexual reproduction and other one is a sexual reproduction we are taking. One is a asexual reproduction and other one is a sexual reproduction processes we are taking. So one by one we can be studied asexual and the sexual. First of all, asexual reproduction. So how can we define that the asexual reproduction means? Here overall the reproduction process, whatever it is the organisms they are producing, they are similar to that of their parents. So that is generally called as a reproduction. The asexual reproduction, only one parent is participate in this reproduction process. So how many parents are participating in the asexual reproduction means only the one parent is involving into in this reproduction process, and there is no gametic fusion is occurred. So your take means there is no gametic fusion is occurred. Gametic fusion is not, gametes are not fusing here. So there is no zygotic formation is occurs. There is no gametic fusion. Only the one single parent is producing the gametes. Their gametes are through the directly. So this only the one parent is able to produce their next generation. So whatever the offsprings are the next generations they are produces, they are genetically and morphologically identical. These are these are the genetically and the morphologically identical individuals with the parents. So generally these are called as a clones. So these are called as a clones. The population which are produced by the asexually, those are the genetically and the morphologically similar to their parents. Generally those are called as a clones. Okay. So like this, asexual reproduction is occurs in the case of the organism. Here, asexual reproduction, for what purpose the asexual reproduction process is carried out in these organisms we are taking means to highly proliferating, that means the lower organism. So asexual reproduction we are taking means where it is occurs the asexual reproduction means lower organisms like that as a Protista, Molira and lower invertebrates and some of the plants, they follows in this asexual mode of the reproduction process. So generally the asexual mode of the reproduction or the sexual mode of the reproduction, what it is happening in the reproduction process means RNA synthesis, proteins synthesis is occurs, biomolecules are produces, cellular division is occurs, and cellular growth is forming, and new individuals are forming. So these are the basic things those are happening in the reproduction process. What are those? RNA and the protein synthesis, biomolecules production, cellular division, cellular growth, and the new individuals formation. When the biomolecule process, molecules formation, and here DNA replication also we can get replication. So these are the things generally happening in the case of the reproduction process. In that the asexual reproduction also we are taking RNA, proteins, biomolecule, DNA replication, cellular division, cell growth, and the new individual organisms are developing in the asexual reproduction. So how the asexual reproduction process is occurs in the case of the organisms based on the asexual mode of the reproduction. That means the formation of the new individuals in the different organisms, the asexual mode of reproduction is differentiated in the different categories. One by one can be taken. First to form the different mechanisms they are following. First one is the binary fission. Second one is the multiple fission, and third one is the plasmatomy. So these are the binary fission, multiple fission, and the plasmatomy. One by one we can be discussed. First one is the binary fission. Binary fission process. How can we define that the binary fission means? In this, the binary fission, the parental organism is divided the two halves. One parental organism, one parental individual is divides two equal halves. So either the two equal or unequal, whatever it may be, two halves are producing here. So this one is one half, and this one is another half. Cells are producing. So like these two halves of the cells are producing from the one parent, one single parent. Whether it is a single cellular organ, multicellular organ, whatever it may be, one parent is divided as a two halves here. So two individuals are two daughter. So individuals are producing here. So this type of the asexual mode of the reproduction is called as a binary fission. So in this binary fission, again based on the different categories of the binary fissions are there, we are taking. So based on the processes, binary fission is differentiated into the different categories. One is the simple binary fission. So first one is the simple binary fission. So in this simple binary fission, so some of the animals like that as the amoeba. So simple binary fission, the individuals in this parent is differentiated or divided as a two equal halves and producing into the two daughter cells are forming. So this type of the binary fission is called as a simple binary fission. Simple binary fission process here. So in this what it is happened, the total parental form, the total parent that is in the amoeba we are taking, amoeba itself dividing. So the cytoplasm and the nucleus is divided as a two halves and producing into the two daughter cells are producing here. This is the simple one. The second one we are taking means here the simple binary fission can occur into the any one of the plane of the parent. That means in the amoeba, so any one plane of the amoeba, it follows into the binary fission and producing into the two halves or the two daughter cells are producing. So the plane of the division or the fission we are taking, so there is no specification here. So this is the first type of the binary fusions we are taking. The second type of the binary fission we are taking means longitudinal binary fission. So second type we called the longitudinal binary fission. So what it is explaining that the name itself is there, it's the longitudinal. That means the organisms are divided as a two halves in the longitudinal axis we are taking. So for example, we are taking the euglena. So euglena we are taking means in this euglena, the flagella, through the flagella, first the flagella is differentiated, divided as a two flagellates. So two flagella forms. So how it is differentiated into the flagella means longitudinally. First of all, it produces into the two flagellas. The two flagellas to this division is extended up to the end of the organism and producing into the two individuals. Like this, in this euglena we are taking by a longitudinal section. Here the longitudinal section, the division is occurs into the longitudinal section and follows by the two daughter cells. The resultant is the following the two daughter cells are producing here. So this type of the division is called as a longitudinal binary fission. First of all, flagella is differentiated as a two flagellates, and further the binary division group we are taking, it is extended up to the end, and the cytoplasm and the nucleus are going to divide it. But in the case of the longitudinal binary fission, macro and the micronucleus are there. Okay, this macro and the micronucleus is follows into the mitotic division, the macronucleus following the amitotic divisions are following here. So this is the second type of the binary fission we are taking, the binary division we are taking this. Next one, the third type of the binary divisions. The third type of the binary division we are taking means, third type, transverse binary division we are taking. So transverse binary division. So the name itself is explaining the transverse binary division. That means in these organisms, the division is occurs into the transverse plane. The transverse, that is the horizontal plane we are taking means in that case the division is occurs in the case of the transverse plane, horizontal plane we are. So that it is called as a transverse binary fission. So example we are taking the paramecium. In the case of the paramecium, so in this case of the paramecium, from the cell mouth onwards, here it is the cell mouth. So in the cell mouth onwards, the division plane is occurs into the transversely or the horizontally. So this type of the division is called as a transverse binary division. So in this case, the resultant of the paramecium binary divisions, they are producing the two daughter cells are forming, and the further they are developing as a new individuals. So example the paramecium. Or even though you are taking into the planarial larva, so planarial larva also you are taking the planarial larval forms. This is the planarial larva. So by the division of the planarial larva as a two halves, the each half is further developing as a one planarial larval form. So like this, these are individuals also, these larval forms also showing into the a transverse binary division only, planarial larva. So this is the third type of the binary fission we are taking. And then the fourth type of the binary fission we are taking is oblique binary fission. So that is the oblique. Fourth form we are taking means oblique binary fission we are taking means. So in this oblique binary fission, so division plane we are taking means division plane is oblique. So the division plane in the oblique form we are taking. Examples you can write the dinoflagellates you are taking. So dinoflagellates we are taking means in these dinoflagellates the division is occurs into the obliquely as so here the division plane is there into the obliquely. So the division is occurs into the somewhat, not into the exactly into the horizontal, somewhat angle. The oblique section is conducted. So this type of the division is called as a oblique binary fission here. So this is also another form of the binary. So like this, the binary fission we are taking, these four types of the binary divisions are occurs and their examples also. So these are the different types of the binary fissions we are taking. Next one, the second mode of fission we are taking is multiple fission. After the binary fission, the next form of the fission process we are taking is multiple. So how can we define that the multiple fission means? One parent individual is divided as many as offsprings. Here what it is happen? Only the one parent individual. One parent itself dividing as the number of fragments or the number of divisions are undergoes and producing the so many number of offsprings are producing from the one single parent. This type of the division is called as a multiple fission. First of all, the multiple fission we are taking means example you can take the amoeba. So the amoeba at the time of the unfavorable condition, the amoeba is forming around the amoeba. These are forming the three-layered covering structures are forming, or cystic structure is forming the amoeba by the withdrawing of their pseudopodia. The amoeba is forming into the three-layered cystic structure is forming. This is a stage is called as a encystation. So this is called as a encysting amoeba. So in this encysted amoeba, so what it is happened? Their cytoplasm, they are condensing the cytoplasm and the nucleus of the amoeba we are taking. Further, they are undergoes into the number of smaller nucleus. A larger nucleus undergoes into the number of smaller nucleus. They are forming the number of smaller nucleus. So whenever the favorable conditions are there, produces that time these all multinucleated encysting amoeba is releasing the number of daughter cells are reducing. That means the cytoplasm is equally distributed into all these nucleus and they are forming the sporulated structures are producing. So in this type of the asexual reproduction we are taking, only the one amoeba is able to produce the so many number of, so their daughter cells are producing here. So this type of the asexual reproduction is called as a multiple fission. Okay, this is called as a multiple fission here. So this is the one case. In the case of the amoeba, whether it is in the unfavorable condition, that time it is taking place. So not only that, even though amoeba we are taking means sometimes the amoeba here the nuclear division is occurs, the total organism is encysted here. But sometimes the amoeba their nucleus are divided internally. The each nucleus with the some cytoplasm they are producing into the sporulating structures are producing. Okay, sporulated structures are producing, and these sporulated in the unfavorable condition only these structures are forming. When the favorable conditions are releases, that time these spores are releasing out at the favorable condition. This is also another form of the asexual reproduction in the case of the amoeba, unfavorable condition. So these spores are called as a pseudopodial spores. These are pseudopodial spores. So sporulation is occurs here, and here the multiple fission, so many number of those nucleus with along with their cytoplasm and forming as a number of daughters. So these two types of the division process are identified in the case of the amoeba. Okay, the case of the amoeba. So this is called as a multiple fission. And then we are going to the multiple fission. Next one, multiple fission in Plasmodium. Multiple fission in Plasmodium. So already the multiple fission into the amoeba, the two types we are discussed. Okay, so spores are forming and multinucleated structures are forming, and then they are producing as a new individuals into the favorable. So in the case of the Plasmodium, we are that means these are also producing the multiple division. Multiple individuals are producing from the a single organism. So here we are taking the schizogony and oogonium. So these are the two stages or two structures are forming into the Plasmodium their developmental. The schizoids are producing from the schizogony. The schizoids are either the RBC or hepatocytes. So in the case of the RBC and the hepatocytes, the schizoid structures are forming. So these schizoids are producing. So by the division of the Plasmodium, their nucleus is divided into the number of divisions and producing into the schizoid structures are forming from the schizogony structure. So this is into the one. And the oogonium, a female Anopheles mosquito, and their crop we are taking means the oogonial structures are forming. Oogonial structures are forming. So here the single nucleus is divided. The organism itself is divided as a number of multiple cells are producing and developing as a oogonia. So like this, the schizoids and the oogonial structures are forming in the Plasmodium. These are also comes under the multiple fission of the in this organism. So this is also another example of the multiple fission. So one is into the Plasmodium and other one is into the amoeba we are taking. Next one, plasmotomy. The third form of the fission, asexual mode of the division process we are taking is plasmotomy. So what is mean by the plasmotomy means multiple nucleated parent is divided number of individual without nucleus division. Without nuclear division. Up to now, whatever it is the binary divisions we are taking, in all these binary divisions we are discussing, so nuclear division is present. But in the case of the plasmatomy, so the individual is becomes into the multinucleated individual. Okay, multinucleated individual. So for example, so we are taking the Opalina. It is a parasite into the frog we are taking. So in this Opalina we are taking some multinucleated, the individual itself into the multinucleated. So in this multinucleated individual, nuclear division is not occurs. The multinucleated individual is divided as a number of daughter cells are producing. So earlier the daughter cells, multinucleated daughter cells are they are producing. These multinucleated daughter cells, their number is not equal to the parent. Later on, by the nuclear division, first of all they are producing the unequal or the less number of the daughter cells are producing. Okay, so that means these nucleus are distributed not equally. They are distributed into all the number of daughter cells whatever they are produces from this value. Now we are that means later on these daughter cells are their nucleus are divided, nuclear division is occurs and they are producing into the equal number of the parental nucleuses. So this type of the division is called as the plasmatomy. That means the plasma is going to dividing and producing the more the number of the their daughter cells are producing. So it is called as a plasma. So it is also comes under the fission process. The types of the division process into the asexual mode of the reproduction we are. So these are comes under the binary fissions and the multiple fission and the plasmatomy fission process, division processes of the asexual mode of the reproduction. Next one is the budding. The second type of the asexual mode of the reproduction is the budding process. Budding. Here, how can we define that budding means? The budding is nothing but as a division of and forming new smaller individuals at any one surface. So here what is happening? A bud is forming a smaller portion of the parent we are taking. So for example, so this is the one cell. So in this cell, a smaller portion is forming from the parental cell to or the parental individual, body to a smaller portion is arising, and later on in the smaller bud, this is generally called as the bud. This bud is further growing to maturity. It is growing and detaching from the parent and individual. It is acting as it is developing as an individual. So it is developing as an individual. So this type of the process is called as a budding process. So again the budding we are taking means it is occurs both into the simple organisms like that as a simple budding. For example, you are taking means budding in yeast. So in the case of the yeast we are taking means here it is a yeast cell. So in this yeast a smaller bud is forming by the division of the nucleus. The nucleus is going to divide as a two halves and they are forming the small bud is forming. As a resultant, what it is happened, the parental cell along with the one bud is forming here. So like this, a number of buds are sometimes in the yeast we are taking a number of buds are forming, a sub divisions are occurs and they are forming into the number. Each bud is individually, so each bud is developing and they are acting as an individual organism, individual yeast cell they are producing. So whether we are taking it the multiple subdivisions of the yeast, it becomes appears as a torula. So this is a stage is called so that only in this stage is called as a torulation stage. So it is called as a torulation state here. So it is occurs into the yeast. So the division of the yeast or yeast budding we are. This is a simple budding process in the case of the yeast. In these fungal forms we are taking. And the budding in the case of the another organisms we are taking based on the buds formation. The budding is differentiated into the two forms, that the exogenous budding and the endogenous budding process. Exogenous budding means the bud is forming outside of parental body we are taking, and the endogenous budding we are taking inside of body, the parental body we are taking. So these two types of the budding process are undergoes into the individuals we are taking. The first one is the exogenous budding outside of the parent. For example, exogenous budding we are taking in the case of the hydra. Example, we are taking the hydra. In the case of the hydra, they are attaches into the substratum. Any one of the portion or any one of the plane of the hydra. So what it is happening means a smaller bud is forming. A smaller bud is forming here. The cells of the hydra, so they are arising the small bud-like structures are producing here. So this type of the budding is called as a exogenous budding. This is called as the exogenous, outside of the parental body. Each bud is further growing and developing as an individual here. So example hydra. In the case of the endogenous budding, you are taking the buds are forming inside the body, inside the parental body here. Example, some of the sponges. Example, the spongilla we can be taking. So spongilla and some of the sponges we are taking means the buds are forming inside the parental body. Here, these are the number of buds are forming, multicellular buds are forming here. So inside that, so through the osteophytes, whenever the favorable conditions are producing into these individuals, they are getting in the favorable condition. From this, all these bud structures or the encysted structures you are taking, they are comes out to the osteopore. So osteopores and developing. Each one is developing as an individual organism. Each one is growing as an individual organism when they are getting into the standard substratum we are taking. So these are called as a endogenous buds we are called. This type of the buds we call as a endogenous budding process. So these are the basically two types of the budding process, exogenous budding and the endogenous budding. Two types of the budding process occurs into the asexual mode of the reproduction. Next one, in the case of the asexual mode of the reproduction, we are taking fragmentation. The another one is the third one we are taking means fragmentation. Fragmentation. So how can we define the fragmentation? Fragmentation is nothing but as a breakdown of the parent as many as parent two or more So this is the process is called as a fragment. The breakdown of the parental body, two or more pieces. This process is called as a fragment. So what it is happening, the fragmentation means each fragment, so whatever that produces, so each fragment or each piece of the individual, so each fragment of the parent is developing as a new individual. So that means each fragment is developing as a new individual here. So this is generally called as a fragments. Where it is occurs into the fragmentation means mostly we are taking means algae and fungi, bryophytes and pteridophytes. So generally these are showing into the fragmentation process. So fragmentation is occurs in all these individuals. Okay. So that means each fragment is individually they are developing as a new individuals that means. So example algae, fungi, protozoa, bryophytes and the pteridophytes. Even though we are taking some of the protozoans also, so they are fragmented and developing as a new individuals. So this is the another form of the asexual mode of the reproduction, that is the fragmentation. Next one, the fourth form we are taking the fourth type variety we are taking gemme. Okay. So here some of the lower ferns or mosses. Case of the Arsenia we are taking means in these individuals and these forms, in these mosses we are taking either the male or the female, a cup shaped structure is formed. These are generally called as a gemme we call. So these gemme, for example, it is producing by the male means male gemmes are producing, whether it is into the female means female gemmes are producing. So in this male or the female gemmes, they are separated from the parent whenever the favorable condition, and these gemmes are further starting the growth. These are the cup-like structures. Further they are going and developing as a new individuals. So this is also asexual mode of reproduction. Either the male or the female. Male and female differentiation is there, but both are not involving. Only the one is involved, one parent only involving here. So these are called as a gamete structures here. These are also asexual mode of the reproduction. Another form of the asexual mode of the reproduction here. Next one is called as a regeneration process. Regeneration here. So regeneration means reformation of the individual or the injured part of the organism. So whether any one organism injured, it is able to produce lost body part. It is called as a regeneration here. Again, the regeneration process we are taking two types. One is a morpholepsis, and epimorphosis. These are the two types here. Morpholepsis and the epimorphosis here. So what is meant by the morpholepsis means, in this case of the regeneration, the parental individual by the suddenly, by the mechanically, any one of the reason, the parent individual body parts are differentiated as a number of fragments. Here we are, for example, you are taking the planarial larva. The planarial larva is different, so divided as a number of fragments. Number of divisions are formed. Divisions by the injuries occurs. Here, what it is happen? All the pieces of the in this planarial larva, all these pieces. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces are formed. These 4 pieces again they are developing as a 4 individual planarial larval forms. So this type of the regeneration, reformation is called as a morphollaxis process. That means a single piece, any one of the certain part of the body separated from the parent and it itself is developing as a new individual, that is called as a morphollaxis process. Example, planarial larva. You can be taking as a planarial. Some of the annelids also they are following this one. So that means their fragments are developing as a new individual here. And epimorphosis, we are taking, this is the second type of the regeneration. Here the epimorphosis again to the two types. They are the reparative and reformative. Reparative and the reformative. Generally, epimorphosis, whether any injury, the tissues are we are going to lose. The injuries occur, the tissues are losses. Okay, tissue is going to lose. That time, the cells of that particular injured region, cells are replaces here by new tissue. So this is a process is called as a reparative process. Okay, general injuries occurs, that time new cells are generating here. The similar new cells are generating. This is a process called as a reparative process. That means whatever it is the tissues we are losses by the injury, that is again repairing here. So it is called as a repair. And the reformation process. Generally it is occurs into the higher regeneration capacity having the animals like that as the lizards we are taking. For example, the tail of lizard we are taking means. So what it is happened? That once they are losing their tail, again they are reforming into their tail. You are taking after the certain days, again the tail is reforming here. So this is called as a reformation here. So these two comes under the epimorphosis here. So it is also one of the asexual mode of the reproduction, that is the regeneration process here. We are taking it.